Rafaela. Welcome to Feminine Rewiring. Not only do I want to take you on this journey that I've been on, but also share some insights of things that have been changing since 2023. Now, I want to take you all the way back to 2012. I want to say December of 2012. I switched my diet. I went from eating a standard American diet to eating vegetarian and then switching cold turkey to just eating whole food, plant-based, mainly high carb, low fat during that time. And I'm still on that gravy train. I'm still on that good stuff right there. But then fast forward to 2020, I became a mom. I had a newborn. Now, with all of that comes a new identity and also new growing pains, I would say, not only with my child, but also with me rediscovering myself. During that time, I want to say that I was also doing my master's program. I have a background in nutrition. I have my bachelor's in nutrition. I have my associates in culinary arts. And I was going through the transition or going through the process of becoming also a clinical nutritionist. Now, during this time, there was a little bit of a battle of, is this who I still am? Or is this still part of my old identity? Now, nutrition is my passion. You put me in a kitchen setting and I shine. I love cooking. I love sharing recipes. I love feeding others. That's one of my many skills. But there was a lot of inner work that needed to be done. Not only from past childhood trauma, but also from self-limiting beliefs that I had. Now, in 2023, I joined the face yoga method teaching program with Fumiko Takatsu. And during that time, I did have an idea that I want to change my face. I feel like I don't love myself. I'm 30. I think at the time I was 32 years old. I'm 32 years old. I don't even know how to take care of my face. I know how to take care of my body, my vessel, but not this part. And not only did I learn a lot of good, juicy stuff, and I teach people how to embrace their skin now, but I also became a firm believer. It's getting a little hot in here. A firm believer. It's Texas. A firm believer in affirmations. Now, during my teacher training, because I'm a yoga teacher, I have that background, and that's actually what I do more now. I did use mantras, and don't get me wrong, I do believe in mantras, but not in the sense of it locking in with the repetition of it being in my lifestyle daily. Louise Hay, hands down, best teacher with affirmations, best teacher when it comes to rewiring your thoughts and your beliefs. And this was just like the ignition of it, starting everything. One of my favorite affirmations is all is well, everything is working out for my highest good, life loves me, I'm open and receptive to all the healing energies in the world. That was one thing I kept repeating to myself on a daily basis. And after graduating, I found myself in a little bit of a I wouldn't even say in a cycle, but a little bit of a loophole. When I had just started my yoga teaching, and I was trying to get on my feet, and not that I needed to have money, but I wanted to teach others, and I wanted to teach them what yoga taught me, not only in the physical aspect, but also on the mental aspect. I thought I was finding myself back in that loophole when I had just finished my face yoga teacher training program. And I found a great teacher, and I actually found two great teachers that I've been following recently. And one of the if I can be raw and share, one of my biggest self-limiting beliefs was thinking that I can never make money doing what I love. Now, I was doing what I loved before the pandemic and getting paid, but it all came crumbling down with COVID. I don't even want to say it crumbled down. Things also happened in my life when I was just transitioning from being somebody who had to take care of their body because I was growing, I was creating in my body, in my panza, in my belly, I was creating a baby. So how could I say this? How could I describe this? One of the biggest self-limiting beliefs that you can set or that is set can be traced back to before you were 9 years old. Now this is what I'm going to share with you. When was the first time that you heard that it was true? Now this can be with, and it could resonate with you with what you want to do, what your goals are now, or what you want to achieve, or something that you're really striving for. And for me, and I can remember this very vividly, and this one isn't being traced back to all the way to my childhood, but it stopped me when I was just 19 years old. I had just graduated culinary arts, and during that time I've always been a person that I've always known what I wanted. I'm like, I want that, and it's gonna come with challenges, right? So when I finished my program, I knew that I wanted to transfer out to another university, so I knew that I was gonna have to stay there at the community college another 2 years to continue my prerequisites. Now, when I had just finished, I didn't have any plans of working for someone. I just knew that I wanted to know more about food. And I remember telling my mother at the time that I was going to stay at home, and she was not very happy about that. And these were her words. Los chefs no hacen dinero. No sé qué estás haciendo perdiendo el tiempo. I'll not translate this. Chefs don't make money. I don't know what you're doing, wasting your time. And that really struck me. And it struck me in a sense of, I always thought that it was never going to get better. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go through these motions. I'm just going to try to figure it out and see if it works out. So, fast forward now to, let me get some water because I've been drinking lots and lots of water. So fast forward to when I was doing these meditations, I found myself also viewing myself that I was the only person stopping myself from achieving what I really wanted. I had to let go of this self-limiting belief that no, I can actually share these gifts that God has given me, because only He knows why I've come down to this earth, to this material planet, and He's given me these things to share and help others heal the way it's healed me. Food has healed me. Yoga has healed me. Face yoga has healed me. But this has unlocked a different monster, I would say, but a good monster. it really, when you start to do the inner work, when you start to meditate, when you start to journal, when you start to tap into, where is this coming from? Where is this self-limiting belief? Is it true? I really like that from Mami Onami. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? You know, and I'll share with you something funny that happened. I not only have I been in the creative space of giving more to the community here locally where I am, and things have been going great. Don't get me wrong, things have been going great. But I also have these moments of like, is this not only not that it's not good enough, but is this gonna be, or am I gonna be okay? I come from a very scarcity mindset because of the way I grew up, and I would like to share that with you too in other future videos. So the other day, not the other day, 2 weeks ago, I have this really big event coming up. And it's a very special event because it's one of the first events that I'm doing as not only independently, but that I was able to sell out, and it makes me so happy, so proud. It's a floating sound bath with face yoga, and we're gonna do like mocktails because I'm sober too. Never been an alcohol person. I do have a video here in this channel where it's like I talk about how I stopped smoking weed and how that really has impacted me. I need to do an update on that actually. And I had gone to get the last of the gear, the beds, and I saw that they were on clearance, so I ended up getting them. And these were the last little chunk of money that I had in the bank, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. And my husband is very nice. He's very sweet. He's like, are you sure you don't need me to get it? I'm like, no. I said, this is what this money is meant for, and it's going to be okay. I'm like, it's going to be okay. I don't even think I told him it's going to be okay. But as we were walking to the cashiers, I was telling myself, is it true that no one's going to show up? No. Is it true that you're not going to sell out? No. Is it true that you're not going to have money tomorrow? No, it's not true. And I just kept telling myself, it's true that people are going to show up. It's true that I'm going to sell out. It's true that spaces are going to fill. It's true that people are going to be satisfied. It's true that money is abundant in my life. Money will flow back into my life. I don't chase money, I attract it. I love that from Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe. And I'm not going to SHIT like SHIT and then you. The next day, somebody had messaged me, hey, me and my friends got the last 3 tickets, and I was just like, mind blown by that. Like, what? I sold out my event. It's a very small event, but still, it takes a lot of effort. And I also love that with these little moments that I'm getting to spend with people, with other individuals who are interested in elevating themselves, is how they feel afterwards. You know, just recently I did a little mini day retreat, just a day retreat. And I love that everybody left so happy. It was very small, very intimate. And that's what I love about inner work. Not only am I showing up better for myself, but I'm also able to reciprocate that with my students, with my following, I guess you can say, not in a cultish way or anything like that. So I would like to share this more with you. I would like for you to not only join me on this journey. This channel is totally rebranding, but also if you're interested, I also developed a program. It's a 101 month-to-month where you could also do this inner work. Not only where there will not only be the lessons, but also meditations, some sound baths, some journal prompting, and some community, most importantly, where you're going to be able to share with others if you'd like. I love that about it. With this, I say welcome to Feminine Rewiring, where we are learning to lower our cortisol levels to stop the aging process. Not to stop it completely, but just to slow it down. But also learn to feel grounded and know that you are not your beliefs, those old beliefs. There's a new version of you waiting for you. And they're going to be so proud of you once you get there. And then you're just going to keep learning, keep evolving, if anything. Okay, with this I say, I got to go inside.